All right, let us start. Welcome everyone. We are 5 minutes behind. I am Cohen, the Toastmaster. Well, Toastmaster. I'm not the Toastmaster. I am the Zoom master of the day and the timer of the day. Oh, I need to write mine. Yes. Thank you to coming for this meeting. It is a hybrid meeting. As I mentioned earlier, setting up hybrid meetings are very difficult, and it seems like the physical site, we have some setup to do. So without, I should not say that word because it really is a pause filler. I'll never say without further ado. Let's give our time to the acting president, our vice president of education, Bharat Nanja. So Bharat, your podium account is muted. That's why. Your podium account is muted, but we cannot hear you. So the Bharat Nanja account is also muted. Yeah. Kin is here as well, our district AT champion, Triple Crown champion. Let us welcome him.
Hi, everybody.
As you can see, it's so hot. I'm not sure how Kin can wear his like suit and I'm so hot.
Air conditioning.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't have air conditioning.
Hello, good evening.
Yes.
It is said you face challenges in the start and you will have a smooth journey ahead. Let's rock, and I declare the meeting open. Today, our meeting theme is Partners in Progress. So lucky to have collaborated with almost 6 Toastmaster clubs for our last 28 meetings to bring learning to our members here at Founders Toastmaster. Not only we had 6 joint meetings, we had more workshops from other club experienced Toastmaster. This is what partnership is about. At Founders, we are learning to build partnerships to help our club, a newborn baby, to consolidate and find its feet, and also to help other clubs who are struggling in this special times. Today, I am honored to welcome our new member. Give him a round of applause. Our new member, Brian.
Yay, Brian! Woohoo!
We have a new member today, and not only he is a new member, he has taken up the challenge to be the Toastmaster of the day. And believe me, so sincere, he has been waking me 6:30 in the morning, asking me how the role has to be done. And we appreciate your spirit. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, first time Toastmaster of the day, our new member, startup entrepreneur. Brian, over to you. This is
on testing. Oh,
yes.
All right. Actually, it's a bit overwhelming for me because this is the first time I'm seeing almost 20 of you guys on the whole Toastmaster thing. Because yeah, I mean, I've never seen that much people around before. And yeah, as just said, that our theme for today will be the partner in progress. It's kind of it's quite related to me because it kind of reminds me of all the stuff that I've gone through for the past years or two. And right, and so I think first let me start with introducing the facilitating team for today. I mean, first of all,
Brian, can you move closer to the camera? I think is it Bluetooth or something? When you say it, it's not it's like broken, right? Your voice is broken. So.
Testing.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
is it better right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, let me start by introducing the facilitating team. I mean, first of all, it will be Joy, as usual. It should be not as usual, but then for today, it should be the R counselor. I mean, give her a round of applause for the take her.
Good evening, everyone. So very excited for tonight because for the first time in 3 months, we are meeting real life. So it's really weird to see real people again. And it will probably make my job easier because I have to pay attention to how many R's are being used. And it's my first time, so I'm very excited about it. Thank you. Over to Brian.
So yeah, so I guess I'll last out for today because that's one of my bad habits of Toastmaster thing because I've won quite a lot before. And then for the second row will be Marian Tipa. Should be good to introduce herself a bit.
Hi everybody. My name is Deepa Kamath. I'm one of the founders of Founders Toastmasters, and my role today is to be the grammarian. I will be watching out Let me first introduce to you the word of the day. Word of the day today is collaboration. Yeah, and so I will be watching out to see how many of our speakers and our evaluators use the word. And I will also be observing language usage, good and bad language usage. Unusual turns of a phrase, I will be making note of it. Thank you. Now over to Brian.
Okay, so for the last row of our facilitating team will be Cohen. Right. So I mean, Cohen, you will a bit about the whole timing thing, right? Cohen.
Let's see, can you hear me? Okay, I'm not mute. The role of a timer for a Toastmasters meeting is to be aware of the time for the entire meeting, but also to take note of the speech time of the speakers. Why is this important? Because as speakers, as professional speakers, we need to value our audience time. We need to value our organizers' time because everyone has something to go to after listening to you speak. All right, so it is very important. In a typical speech in Toastmasters, for a 5 to 7 minute speech, you will see the green light being lit at the 5th minute, at the 6th minute, the yellow light, and then finally at the 7th minute, the red light, and the speaker usually has 30 seconds more to wrap up the speech. In a typical evaluation speech, the green light will be shown at the 2nd minute, amber light at 2.5, red light at the 3rd minute. For a table topic, it will be lit at the 1st minute, 1.5 minutes, and the 2nd minute. Of course, there are different variations depending on the speech length, but those are the typical ones. Therefore, that is the role of a timer. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. So for the last row, it will be the general evaluator's duty. And then will be Stephen for this time. Stephen, now, I mean, I'll hand it over to you to describe what you have.
Good evening, members of the Founders Toastmasters Club and guests. Tonight will be your GE. Duty of a GE is to evaluate anyone that haven't been evaluated from beginning of the meeting, the agenda, and all the settings and everything. And now, at the end of the meeting, I'll give you a quick summary of how we are doing tonight. Back to you.
Oh, yeah, just something I want to mention about Stephen. I mean, because I've been asking Barack the whole time. They told me about how Stephen was he's the current president of the Public Officer GMC and also a member of the Achievers GMC as well. So that's something I would like to introduce as well. And then now we'll go for the first prepared speech, and then it will be Manju. Correct. Oh, Manju is inside. Oh, wait, Manju. Hello. Oh, so he'll be talking about mentoring. Oh yeah, that's the time is for you. Go into you.
Thank you. Check, check. Am I audible? Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters. My topic for today is mentoring. Mentoring in Toastmasters. I'm going to explore today on the meaning of mentor. This is my second pathway at Toastmasters. The first pathway, effective coaching, I had already delivered the mentoring experience at Toastmasters. Now, if you ask me in one sentence, what do I say about the mentoring experience? I would say, where there is a will, there is a way. And if you don't know the way, there is another way, the mentor's way. So, what is mentoring all about? When I joined Toastmasters, I met a couple of seasoned speakers. Of course, they had a constant guidance and a persuasion, a motivation, and very strong recommendations to move further from one step to the other. In very short time, what I thought was impossible was achieved, becoming a competent communicator. I thought, wow, this is an amazing experience. It wouldn't have been possible without these mentors around who were constantly guiding and showing the way. So as my interest grew, I started exploring what is mentoring all about. I became mentor to a couple of Toastmasters too. I was glad to receive a lot of gratitude and support from them. But still, the learning never ends. So I continued to explore what is happening. And in this journey, I explored the learning and development field as a psychology student. So what I came across was a series of terms: counseling, coaching, teaching, mentoring. Now, what is the difference between all these? So let's keep aside a lot of terms and take only two topics, coaching and mentoring. So when in Toastmasters, whenever we are stuck with a speech, or whenever we have any difficulty attending meetings or continuing the education, we always used to seek the mentor's help, or mentor proactively asked us, what can I do to help you out? Now, for some time, I thought this is mentoring. Now, if you want to make a speech better, we always say, take mentor's help. Now, is that all? Just getting a speech mentored or just helping in attending a meeting or doing a role, is that all the mentor's role? Actually, it is not. The word mentor means a trusted advisor. Now, if you look more into the learning and development of people, mentoring is all about a long-term relationship with a trusted advisor. And now, what is coaching? Coaching is about seeking someone's help to complete a task or complete a new learning, to adapt a new change. But in what is still the difference between coaching and mentoring? To help you understand, I have a screenshot here. If you can provide me the access, Zoom host. So as the Zoom host provides me the access, let me explain you 3 differences between coach and a mentor. A coach helps you with one single goal or multiple goal for a short period of time, whereas a mentor is expected to help you for over a long period of time. It is a long-term relationship of growing from one stage to the other, a journey of transformation. Now, if you look back after studying all this, if I look back into the Toastmasters mentoring, what is it? It is not just about mentoring a speech or mentoring your current or evaluating your speech. It is about taking your journey from the first project of Toastmasters till your last project of Toastmasters, the DTM, with the help of a mentor. So as you can see, it is also about your commitment from the first project to the last project, and that continuous journey over a long period of time. That is what is the Toastmasters mentoring. So it took me a lot of perspective to understand this concept, but to be honest, I have not taken any mentor's help for this kind of journey. I've taken mentor's help for 1 project, 2 projects, and let me tell you, that is what the mistake most of us do. So if you are a person wishing to complete this as an education, as a learning journey, and to get the maximum benefit out of Toastmasters, you need to locate your mentor from your first project till the end of your last project. So that is where a mentor will guide you and become your trusted advisor. I hope you definitely have a way, but if you have a very strong will, please look forward for the mentor's way too. Back to you, Toastmaster.
So, can you hear me? I get muted. Then, am I still muted or not?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Manju, for the mentoring speech. Then now I'll pass over to Karan, and then its topic will be conflict resolution and intermittent fasting. Conflict resolution and intermittent fasting. Karan. Okay, that's her.
Intermittent fasting. How many of you have been doing intermittent fasting in your life? Give me a show of hands. I see Choi, I see Bharat, I see Ali. Anybody else? Oh, there are a lot of people here who have never heard of Manju also. So we've got quite a few people who have done intermittent fasting. Now, conflict resolution and intermittent fasting. Well, it seems a little disconnected subjects. And today's my speech, ladies and gentlemen, is to explain to you what is conflict resolution doing in intermittent fasting. Now, for those of you who have never done intermittent fasting, is a diet program which has become a big rage across the world for the last few years, where you fast. You fast for 16 to 18 hours every day, and then you eat only during a small window, 6 to 8 hours maximum. So you have an eating window and a fasting window, and you do it regularly. And in a month's time, 2 months' time, you see drastic improvement in your belly line and weight reduction. Okay. So I started my journey on intermittent fasting in late 2018 when I got a wake-up call when I realized I was becoming a couch potato and I would become part of the furniture at home. That's when I woke up. And that's when I had my first conflict.
The first conflict was a personal conflict. Do I need to change my lifestyle, or do I continue to be a couch potato and end up being one of the furnitures in my house? It was a deep conflict. I had to change my lifestyle. But then every day I looked at myself, I realized that was the time, it was the time for me to change. It is a personal conflict, which I conquered, and I decided I will start on intermittent fasting, this journey of intermittent fasting. So I started watching YouTube videos. There were these gurus on YouTube videos. I would just binge watch them on big YouTube and get to learn what to do, how to do. And then slowly I started on this journey. And that's when I hit the second conflict, which was the well-wishers, my brother, my mother, my family members, who are my well-wishers. And they come to know that, oh, you started on intermittent fasting, and they do a little bit of Google research. They come back and say, oh, see, read this link. It's not good for your health. You're going to die. You can't stop eating. And worse is my mother. She used to live with me then. She's now gone back to India. She'll be back again. And every day evening, I come back home, I'm having my fasting routine, and she'll say, oh, Murray has cooked nice biryani today. It's very yummy. Do you really want to fast? Why did you try it? It's really good. And things like that. And so this is the big conflict, getting these well-wishers on board to support me in this. So finally with my mother, what I did was I stripped nude, just on my underwear. And I said, look at me. Do you want me to be like this? Or do you want me to lose my weight? And I don't know what, maybe the trauma of seeing me semi-nude. My mother just shut her mouth. She never even got back into advising me about my fasting. And so 3 months go and 4 months go, and then people around me see that I've lost weight, and my brother, who was totally against me, has now religiously started on intermittent fasting. So the second conflict is with these well-wishers who want the good for you. Now the third conflict, when I started intermittent fasting, is with supporters. Now I have in the house, we have a live-in maid. She's a wonderful lady. She's been with us for the last 10, 12 years. Actually, she's been with us for 14 years, and she cooks all our food and things like that. Now, I have started on intermittent fasting, and like I said, intermittent fasting, you have a 6 hours eating window. So now I plan my eating window, what I need to eat. I need to eat low carb food, high protein food. So now I go to her and ask her, what are you cooking tomorrow? What are you cooking the after? And she gets really annoyed because I've never walked into the kitchen and asked her anything. And she gets annoyed and gives me a bad look at, who are you asking me all this? I'll decide what I cook tomorrow morning, and I go to the market. And so then I decided it doesn't work. So I enter the kitchen, her domain, and start cooking for my food. And this really was big conflict. And slowly I had to explain to her, help her understand that I really need to get my health better. And with that, I got her support to help me in my journey. So in my intermittent fasting journey, I faced these 3 conflicts. And I'm sure we've seen conflicts in our businesses. We've seen conflict in the world politics happening. And it is important that we understand conflict resolution for our own personal goals, for our own personal lives. So I would like you to think about it as 3 C's. The first C, the first conflict is we have to be clear on our goals. So this is the first conflict. It's a personal conflict. Are we clear? Are we clear on what we want to do? Am I clear on I want to lose weight and get health back online? I have to be clear. This is the first C in conflict resolution. So you are clear. Second is we need to communicate our goals to our well-wishers. I needed to communicate to my mother, to my brother, how extremely important this goal was to me. The second C, which is communication. And the third C is collaboration. I needed to collaborate with my co-worker who's cooking my meals and get her on board and help me achieve my goals. So conflict resolution, as I see, has 3 C's, just as a conflict has C, starting with it. One is be clear on what you want to achieve. And second is Communicate with your well-wishers, your supporters who is going to help you achieve the goal by motivating you, by standing there and cheering you on. Communicate. You have to help communicate to them because it's important for your own success. Third is you need to get your supporters, your co-workers who are going to work with you in the team to collaborate and make sure that the goal is achieved. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you, Karuna. I like how you went from intermediate fasting to a half-naked Karuna. Anyway, yeah. So, I mean, sorry because I missed a bit just now. I mean, I need all your collaboration. Can you please write a bit of comments on the chat box about how you feel about the speeches they just gave? Second. All right, and then now we'll move on to the next speech. I mean, the next speech will be Barak Nathan, and conflict resolution and intermediate fast growing.
Also,
All right, no, it's not that one. The next speech is Barak Nandia. What's next? Barak Nandia, and then his evaluator will be. I mean, there will be a little bit change because the evaluator will be Terence DTM. He will be evaluating Barak's speeches. Right?
Thank you. Thank you, Terence, for taking up the last minute evaluation change. Timer, you can start my time now. Do you remember last year? We struggled to start Founders Toastmaster. Founders is going to be 1 year now. What next? Any idea? What's next? Remember those days we were struggling to get our 20 charter members together. And how many of you know for a new charter club, there have to be first-time Toastmasters? Can anyone tell me how many? I don't know. How many first-time Toastmasters to charter a new club? Oh, you're quite near. Anyone can type? Okay. Yes. Cohen and King gave me the answer. 17. 17 first-timers. Green hands who have never been Toastmasters before. Imagine. Go back. When you were in the club first meeting, or your first meeting, how difficult was it for you to understand what Toastmasters is all about? You remember those heavy words? SAA. Even today, someone asked me, what is a SAA? TCP, TMD. So many words we don't know. Here, the club has embarked upon a new journey. And the charter member, being the charter member, and the co-sponsor together with DTM Cohen, it is our responsibility to find and get the club on its feet. The first thing we did, we found two lovely mentors. DTM Ajay Hiraskar, who has joined us from India today, very valuable contribution in bringing our club to its feet. Manju, who is also our member, acted as the club mentor. The second thing which I already mentioned. So as we went on to learn these new words, pathways, so club mentor Ajay gave a workshop on pathways. And then I, as the Vice President Education, gave a workshop on various meeting roles. In our first XCOM, I discussed with our president and team. Now, President Eddie is also green. He has never been a Toastmaster before. He also doesn't understand what DCP is. I took upon myself, please worry about other things. Let me worry about the educational goals, and let me try my best to motivate and guide all the members to get to all the 6 points of education points. Meanwhile, our club secretary made sure that we got the first point by registering the new leaders on the TI website. And President Eddie was requested to motivate all the team, XCOM team, to attend the 2 trainings, which he successfully did. Treasurer Karuna, he came up brilliantly out of nowhere and made sure that all the club dues were paid on time. And with this in place, I'm working very, very clearly going forward to be the President Distinguished Club. How many of you have struggled on education points? How many of us experienced Toastmasters, struggle and back out at the last minute for giving our speech? We face the same challenges here. Not only the new ones. Today, a new Toastmaster can come and stand here. But at times, even me, so afraid and scared to come on stage to give my next speech. Not prepared well. I did not get time. I have not written it. I will forget it. So many things. And then we have another struggle. The club secretary has health issues and she declines to join further. We have other members, the VPM, who says, I am not able to join. So how will we get our membership target if we are going to be the PDC, the President Distinguished Club? So with this project in hand and these challenges coming, I was wondering, what next? Are these challenges ever going to be done with? How do we get to our President Distinguished Club? With people losing interest, few of the members have never attended a meeting, or they tried 1 or 2 times and got scared. Oh, I don't want to be speaking in public. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I understood. That is part of the game. We had 17 green hands, 17 new members, and 4 experienced Toastmasters, out of which 1 member could not attend because preoccupation and some urgent things which in his life. So we were left 3 experienced Toastmasters and 17 first-timers. We divided 6 each and said, let us go to each of them. Tell them how to enroll to pathways. Our mentor was there with his workshop on pathways. Our co-sponsor, DTM Cohen, was there with his workshop. And then we have 7 workshops in the last 1 year. Give yourself a big round of applause. 7 workshops and all meetings well attended. Cohen, can you show us the DCP screen right now? Let us have a look where have we reached in our journey. In this journey of getting to the Distinguished Club. Give again a round of applause. You are already distinguished. And what next? It does not end there. It is just starting. We have 2 members who have committed their level 2. 1 member who has committed his level 3 to be done in the next month. Our VPM membership got our 1 new member today. So 1 more member 2 more members, and we will get our 9th point to be the President Distinguished Club. Now, what next? What next for me? As I complete my last speech of my DTM journey, I would be a DTM after this speech. What next for me? What next? The journey is just begun. I may have improved in the last 33 months of my being a Toastmaster. I wanted to finish my DTM in 24 months. Maybe my second DTM would be in the balance 2 years, 24 months. So that is a target I'm setting myself. What next? For me, come to the meetings, practice, make sure I can motivate my fellow Toastmaster, value add and learn and grow together. What next for the club? What next for our next XCOM? We next year will have our DCP well in control and maybe achieve the first DCP PDC club out of the 10 fastest, and thereby getting our XCOM batch pins promised by the district. So, fellow Toastmaster, are you with me? Are we going to achieve this? What next? Think about it. It's not about being a Toastmaster. It's not about a DTM. It is not about a President Distinguished Club. It is about everything we do. Set our goals. And like the intermittent fasting, which I am following up with Karuna, we will all rock together and have our celebration very soon. Ride with me, and path of glory will be with us, for us, all of us. Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharat. So what's next for now? There will be pressing some comments in the chat box, and I'll give our evaluator a bit of time to finalize it. So.
Evaluator right now. Yes.
Oh.
Stand by.
Okay, then if the evaluator would like to evaluate now.
And Terence needs to go first. So could you let him evaluate, please?
Is it okay? I apologize for that.
Of course, of course.
So can I start?
Okay, Terence, go on. You can start the evaluation.
Thank you very much. I apologize. A very good evening, everyone. Normally I wait for my turn, but today, unfortunately, things happen. So let's talk about Bharat's DTM speech. Firstly, congratulations for coming this far. It is indeed an honor to have been part of that journey. Now let's talk about what you have done. Based on the comments I've read from DTM Hakim, you have managed to consider all the points raised and address them in your speech. Putting the pauses mentioned, you also managed to embrace the uncomfortable silence. You did well to connect with the audience. More importantly, you put together a speech that we can follow you on that narrative journey. How difficult it is to put a club together, especially in these trying circumstances. And those are things to be applauded. Now that you have stepped up to the next level, let's talk about evaluating to the next level. One thing to consider in your delivery, do not grip the microphone with both hands. The way you did, it seems like a crutch, like you're praying to the audience, please listen to me. The whole idea of giving a speech, the whole idea of being where we are is that we command the stage. So you need to command the audience presence by being who you are. Don't crush, don't pray to them. Basically, the people are here, we are honored to listen to you, it's not the other way around. So there's nothing to be apologetic about. When you talk about your speech, you are not appealing to attention, you're commanding it. So maybe what you can do is that there are certain points where you are mentioning things that are very important, junctures of your speech in this journey to charter a club. What you can do is pause just a bit longer. Perhaps repeat the same line over again, once, twice. Anything more than that, you're nagging the audience. Please don't nag them. So that they understand that these are not just passing remarks. These are true junctures in this journey. Another thing you would like to consider is this. Your title is Show Me the Way. The question is, what is it? You have to be a bit more explicit what this way is. Is it the journey to charter a club? Is it about the lessons learned? Is it about the act of bringing together so many different people from different backgrounds, different life choices for a common cause? What is that way that you're talking about? So what you can do is you consider taking this speech to the higher level. You have brought us on a narrative journey. You have told us trials and challenges and tribulations of putting this club together. Now you have this club. Now you have achieved distinguished status. The next is select. The next after that is President's distinguished. The question is, why? Why do you want that? Is it because you want a culture of excellence? Is it because you want this to be a standard bearer for your district? Is it because you believe that it is something that you owe it to yourselves because of who you are? Consider that. What is that final lesson that you want us to take? And with that, congratulations, and over to you, Toastmaster today.
Thank you, Terence. Thank you.
Thank you, Terence and Ernest and DCM. You're free to go. We have a nice evening as well. And okay. So for the next stop, we'll go over to the table topic, and then for the speaker for the table topic will be King, and then he is DTM, and then he is the DAT champion in ISEVTT, and he was the WCPS finalist in 2021. So let me pass the time to you, King. And the guests are also welcome to join us for this round.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Fantastic evening, club president, friends. Now, I know that a hybrid meeting is really interesting, but I hope you can see the screen because everyone's going to get a similar table topic with a different topic. Let me demonstrate. By the way, can I just check, is there anyone here who is not a Toastmaster and has no idea what table topics is? Can I see a show of hands? Anyone? None? Fantastic. Then we shall dispense with explaining what this is all about. So let me share the screen. Everyone's going to get the same topic. It's going to be like this. Since the word of the day is collaboration and it's about finding right partners in progress, we are going to partner up 3 different words and you will create a story from there. So whoever volunteers, you choose 3 numbers from 1 to 10. It can be the same number. It doesn't matter. So your topic might sound something like this. I was playing cards in Singapore with Beyonce. And then you complete the story. Okay? So collaboration. Would anyone like to give it a go? Anyone?
So I was in shuttle bus.
No, hang on. Choose 3 numbers. I will give you what you're supposed to be doing at which place with which person.
Oh, can I withdraw? Number 4.
Yeah. So 4 is the first number. 2 more numbers.
3 and 1.
And
1.
4, 3, and 1. Right? Okay. Your topic is I was eating dim sum in Kowloon with Gandhi. And then you complete the story. I was eating dim sum in Kowloon with Gandhi. Over to you.
Yeah, I was eating dim sum in Kowloon with Gandhi, and I felt very excited. So many things to ask. But then I was also worried about food. I don't eat myself, but Gandhi must be. But is he vegan? What is he? I think he's vegan. At least he's vegetarian, I assume. So what to then order? I feel panic, but I still have so much to ask because this is Gandhi. So why I'm wasting my time to talk about food or to think about it even. Well, maybe I'm more Chinese than I think. But yeah, okay, so we are eating dim sum and or maybe he's fasting. That is also possible. Yes, I think Gandhi is also, okay, they're not in the same time cycle, so probably not in Karuna's club to fast, but then I will just pour him tea, I think. And there's more time to talk, and there's so many questions to ask him. And what would be the first question? Yeah, I think to, I would ask him for advice about life. And how to, because I read this morning that everyone needs, this world needs more compassion. In every religion, country, society, group, it doesn't matter. We need more compassion for each other. And if there's one person who is symbolizing compassion, then it is Gandhi. So great opportunity. Thank you so much, King, for this opportunity.
Thank you for your response. Now, I know it's really challenging, especially to go first, but courage is what makes us better. And yes, just a reminder to all of you, it's not about showing off in Toastmasters. It's about practicing here so that you can show off at work. All right. So with that, can we get the second volunteer? Second volunteer. Anyone like to give it a go? If not, I will have to start calling names. Oh, I see a hand. Tariro, am I saying your name right?
Yes, you said it properly.
Fantastic. Very nice to meet you. So choose 3 numbers and I'll be giving you your topic.
May I please have number 3, number 7, and number 10?
Number 3, number 7, and number 10. Your topic is, I was dancing at the pool with Jackie Chan.
I was dancing at the pool with Jackie Chan, correct?
Yes, that is your topic. Tariro, all yours.
I was dancing at the pool with Jackie Chan, and I suddenly remembered, this is a Kung Fu master. This is my moment to shine. A few years ago, I was in a class with my father practicing a karate lesson. And one of the moves that he showed me were from Jackie Chan's movie, The Karate Kid. I took it upon myself to wittingly slide in this move into the dance that I was doing with Jackie Chan. In my head, I started to sing. Everybody was kung fu fighting. And as I moved, Jackie Chan started to nod his head. Bit by bit, we collaborated our moves, and slowly it became an epic dance, an epic move of martial arts teacher and martial arts student. It was something out of this world. I never would have thought I'd find myself in this situation. Was this me? Truly, dancing with the great Jackie Chan? This was not even Rush Hour movie. It was not even a Karate Kid moment. This was an epic move. Tariro was dancing with Jackie Chan. Yay, yay, yay. Over to you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Tariro. I hope you enjoyed your dance. That makes me feel like dancing too. All right. May we have a third speaker? Anyone?
Hi,
Hi, how do I address you?
Deepa. Deepa Kamath.
I'm so sorry, I can't hear you very well.
Deepa Kamath. I'm the grammarian for the day. I'm the one who gave the word collaboration, which you
The
used.
grammarian. Okay. Fantastic. Deepa, was it?
Deepa, D-E.
Oh, Deepa. Fantastic. Now I got your name. All right. So choose your 3 numbers and we'll get your topic.
8.
Sorry?
Number 8, and number 8.
888. Your topic is, I was giving a speech in the toilet with my father I was giving a speech in the toilet with my father. Go for it, Deepa.
I was giving a speech in the toilet with my father. It was a bit difficult because my father died 2 years ago. So in fact, I was speaking to his ghost. And my father, even in his ghostly form, was kind, generous, and was really collaborating with all my dreams and my wishes. And he knew that as his daughter, I would listen to him. My father was one of the most important people in my life. And he is the one who actually set me out to become who I am. He's the one who always encouraged me in every single endeavor. And as a parent, he was one of the most collaborative and the most kind and understanding people. Because he believed, he was also a very religious man, but he believed in a kind of a universal religion. And he believed in the adage that you live a religious life, you don't practice a religion. Which is why, whether it was the bathroom, whether it was a garden, whether it was on a trip in his car, whether it was a journey that we undertook, what he told me always stays with me, bathroom or not. Thank you. Over to you, Brad.
Thank you, Deepa, for sharing about your experiences with your father. I'm very sure that he is proud of your speech tonight. All right, I think we have time for a couple more. Who's up next?
Okay. I can give a try.
Awesome. So what numbers would you like?
Let's go for 246.
246. That's awkward. Your topic is, I was bathing in bed with Bharat. I was bathing in bed with Bharat.
So I was bathing in bed with Barack. Barack Obama or Barack?
No,
Oh, he's
Bharat,
a-
our club member.
Barack. All right. So I was bathing in my bed with Barack. I mean, but why bathing though? Because we were actually lying on a water bed, but then the water broke, so we are now kind of all washed up and we're all wet and stuff. So he just suggested why not just bring in the soap and we'll just take a bath. So I mean it was kind of awkward at the beginning, but then we just kind of vibe and we talk about all the stuff like how what we like to eat and all stuff from our daily life and to our work and how we see life and all stuff. And then after taking a bath for half an hour, we kind of came off and we started to discuss about how we can collaborate to build a better Toastmaster and all that stuff. I mean, let me pass the time back to you.
Right, thank you for your creative answer. I know it's difficult to imagine yourself bathing in bed with Bharat, but well, there you go. I hope you don't get nightmares tonight. Okay, can we have one more speaker? Anyone? Did I see Cohen's hand? Anyone? Well, if not, how about it, Cohen?
I'm there.
Oh,
I'm there. I'm there.
fantastic. So now that your name is called, you have to speak, right? Okay, choose 3 numbers between 1 and 10.
1, 10, and 6.
1, 10, and 6. Can you choose a different last number?
1, 10, and 7.
1, 10, and 7. I was getting drunk in a Toastmasters meeting with my boss. I was getting drunk in a Toastmasters meeting with my boss.
Mormon conference is coming. District conference? I've been waiting for that. My boss brought me to Toastmasters. In the conference, we got a half an hour break. I asked for a glass of water, and my competitor, he gave me white rum. I thought it is water. I said, why the water tastes so sour? It turned out it was rum. And I just drank it like this. Next, I'm called on stage to speak something on table topics. I see my boss there, and I see right in her eyes, she has been giving me a lot of trouble. It has been big challenge. Collaborate with my team once she's there. The white rum, my head is like this, but then I know this is my chance. The lion inside me is roaring to come out. What, boss? Are you my boss? No, I am the boss today. The lion of the day. Remember, in my table topics, I said, next time you figure out a better way to deal with me, or you're gonna have it. The boss is alarmed. What is happening? This is Bharat. Bharat, what is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong with you? You are always bossing me around. I know my work. Stay in your limits. Being drunk in a Toastmasters meeting is a boon in disguise. You can fire your boss. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Bharat, for your interesting story about firing your boss at a Toastmasters meeting. Make sure it's a Toastmasters meeting and not a work meeting, just in case, because when we get drunk, we may not know. On that note, thank you so much for participating. I hope you enjoyed this session. By the way, if you're thinking about how you can get your brain to think more quickly, you could do a little table like this. I was activity at location with person. Mix and match, and you'll see how you can stretch your creativity so that you can think faster and sound smart while doing it. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
All right. So thank you again. And for now, let's take a 5 minutes break, and so we can get to know each other, and we can do a bit of talking under the table. Oh, yeah, and then we'll take a picture afterwards. Break. Okay, picture now. Okay. All right, so Cohen will take a picture for all of us.
Yes, I have done that.
Oh, I was not in the frame.
Oh, in the frame. Okay, let's do it again. Just for Bharat.
Someone just left.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Done.
Okay, let's take a 5 minutes break for everyone to get toilet break or have a sip of water.
Oh, we can network. Huh? What is that? I saw Shalini here. Shalini is there? No, I think she's left.
Shalini was here? No.
Yeah, Shalini was here. She left.
No, there was no Shalini. So now.
Carilo Dorcas, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you very much, sir. My
Yes.
name is Carilo Dorcas Matibiri. I'm a member of Phoenix International Toastmasters Club in District 116. That is Qatar, in Doha, in Qatar. And I am a lawyer by profession, a public speaker by passion, and an anime, horror movie, and coffee lover by choice.
Wow, wow. Give her a big round, guys. You were the first table topic speaker or the second one?
I was the second table topic speaker.
First was Joy. Felicia first was Joy. Felicia is asking on chat who was the first table. Yes.
I'm going to send a sequence right now.
Yeah, please do that. And this is our first hybrid meeting after a long, long break. And we are just oiling ourselves with these teething technical challenges and collaborating to understand how to have a smoother meeting. When are you timing the break? How much overtime we are? How much overtime?
Yes, we can come back.
So Felicia is also here. Felicia, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Felicia. I am currently in Bharat's club, second club, Tong Tong Toastmasters. I've been part of Toastmasters since I was a student in university a couple years ago. Yeah, and I'm happy to be representing our district. I'll be representing our division. Division, yeah. Division in the table topic contest in May. Super excited.
Thank you, Felicia. Felicia was president when I joined, and under her leadership, I learned a lot of things. And I was talking to Choi, our VPM. Felicia is a very good person to bring Toastmaster in. And you must attend one of her sessions after the meeting, which she does with the new first-timers, where she makes sure that once they are in the meeting, they are registered with our club. So she's very strong to convert people. Learned a lot from you, Felicia. Thank you so much. We also have our area director, Michael, here. Michael, you also have something to say? Michael also was a charter member from Tung Chung Toastmaster. So he's not there, but he would also like to announce something today. He's our area director. Another division leader today, Stephen Lau, our general evaluator. Can you give us that last one line of your speech? It was so wonderful, the message you have taken on the international speech contest on the division level. He's our division K, the international speech champion. Introduce yourself, Stephen, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm Stephen, member of the public. I'm the current president of Public Office of Toastmasters Club and the Hong Kong Achievers. And I was fortunate enough to go into the district contest representing Division K. And what Barek is talking about, the line of my speech about just the title. The title is the same. Stitch by stitch. So that's the speech title. And you know, in the beginning, I thought everybody know what stitching is, but then it turns out not everybody know about stitching. They know about sewing and everything. So let's put it this way. Just listen to my speech. I hope I'll give you a big surprise in delivering the speech. Some of you may have listened to it, and I'll try to make it more entertaining in the district. But I'm sure it's a message that is close and warm to my heart. Is talking about something. If I don't do it, I won't do it for with no chance to do it again. So there's something that's so unique, and accidentally I grabbed the opportunity to do it. So that's something I want to share in the speech.
Thank you. Stitch by stitch. Stitch by stitch by stitch. The pauses, such a lovely, slow delivered speech. I was there in the contest with you. I was a participant with you, and I'm not ashamed to lose to you. Wonderful speech there.
No, I mean, you are such a wonderful Toastmaster. I mean, you haven't started a Toastmaster journey for a long time, but your achievement is brilliant. I mean, you became a DTM. I'm still not a DTM, and you already have the charter and other stuff. That is a brilliant. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, it's an awesome achievement in the Toastmaster journey. I really have to comment on this one. You're a wonderful Toastmaster. All right.
Many partners to thank for that, especially Cohen, who helped me on club coaching and coaching the Shaw College Club, and also getting me together, helping me to sponsor this Founders Toastmasters, which is very close to our heart. Of course, all the team members of Tung Chung Toastmasters, they were there as the sponsor club, and there in all the meetings. Still, we are struggling. In fact, we had a workshop planned by the world champion Pres Vasilev today, which we had to cancel. As you see, we have only few members here. A lot of members are facing challenges due to their personal reasons in this COVID. And I hope that this situation improves and we can have Pres Vasilev again here. This was supposed to his workshop today, but we had to cancel it now. So I think the network break is over, and over to you, Toastmasters.
We'll go first to the meeting report part, and then let's start off with Manju, the evaluation of Manju speech, and then it will be Ali Erzan. He will be the evaluator for Manju.
Okay. Thank you, dear Toastmaster. In my opinion, Manju were confident and fluent at her speech. Manju, your speech was easy to follow and informative. You were clear and you keep the eye contact enough, and you were timely. But my topic for today is mentoring is not a good way to start a speech, in my opinion. You can just dive into the topic. It would be more effective. I like when you refer to a saying, which I also like, when there's a will, there's a way. And the way you combine it with the topic, like if you don't know the way, there is another way. It's mentor's way. That was also nice. And how you repeat at the ending was also nice, in my opinion. I was expecting to hear your first steps to mentoring. I mean, your personal experience. It was more like a general presentation of mentoring at Toastmasters. I would like to hear what challenges you have faced, your takeaways, your mentees' feedback, how your thoughts have changed about mentorship and these kind of things. But I couldn't. Anyway, however, it was smooth to end with same quote. yeah, you might finish with something else rather than repetition of the same quote, but it was smooth enough. You said, you confessed you haven't taken mentor at your journey. I think collaboration is the key to success in any kind of area in the world. So you can still have a chance to work with a mentor, and maybe one day you can share your ideas in this platform after having a mentor. I guess you wrapped up level 2 with this speech. As you're an active member, I'm sure you will finish up your pathway as soon as possible. Thanks for your speech. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Ali. So now we'll go over to Corona's Evaluator, and then it will be Cholo. Okay, so it's your time, Cholo. Let me pass it on to you.
Thank you, Brian. First, may I ask everyone to give Karuna a round of applause, please? It was truly an amazing speech, a truly amazing speech, Karuna. Thank you for your speech. What I love most about your speech is your energy. Always bring that energy when giving a speech. I hope that everyone gets infected. I hope it influences everyone to be as energetic as you. You bring so much energy to your speech. I can feel it even though we are miles away. Another thing that I liked about your speech is how you use the power of 3. You gave us three conflicts that you resolved. Sorry, you gave a huge conflict overall, and then you gave 3 examples of it. You gave how it started, your conflict with your family, and also conflict with the helper. So again, power of 3. I love that. And also how you use the power of 3 and also acronym, the 3 C's. You clear, communication, and collaboration. But let me ask you, did you also conspire with our grammarian? Because for some reason, the word for the day is one of those C's, collaboration. No, I'm just kidding. So thank you for that. I love those 3 as a something to consider, I would say, is you gave us those 3 C's, but I don't think I remember if you used it or how you use those 3 C's to resolve those conflicts. Maybe you could give an example of when you were clear, or when did you communicate to your helper that this is what I needed to do, or you collaborated with your family. I think you mentioned it on those stories, but if you integrated them together, those 3 C's, I think that's something for you to consider. And as a challenge for you, a last challenge for you, I can see that you're really good with humor. It's a great tool for your speech. I was laughing the whole time. And the task must match the skill. So I will give you a little harder task this time. I would like you to use that skill, your power of humor, and to use it purposely. What do I mean purposely? You could use humor to hook your audience. You could also use humor to ease the tension or to put tension into a speech. What I noticed about your speech is you sprinkled humor all around, but my challenge for you is to use that purposely. So again, overall, I love your speech, amazing energy, always give that energy. I love those 3 C's that you put, the acronyms, and challenge for you is to maybe something to consider is to collaborate personal stories and how you use those 3 C's. And finally, as a challenge for you, I know it's a hard challenge, but use that powerful humorous tool purposely. Over to you, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Carlo. All right, let's see how Corona gonna put it together next time. And now for Barat, I thought, Barat, the evaluator talked about his stuff and left already. And then now we'll move on to the staple topic evaluation. Will be, yeah, all right, it's not time. Alicia, we'll pass the time to you.
I just want to commend our table topic master today, Kin, for doing such a good interactive table topic session. I've never seen something like that where he gets the interaction of picking the 3 numbers and basically he doesn't even know what's going to happen in the table topic session. So how I would like to evaluate the speakers today is that I would like to point out the 5 points that really stuck out that they did well and where we can learn from. So our first speaker, Choi, he did a really good job. She did a really good job in vocal variety. So like fasting, she made it a point to let us know that fasting is something that she can pick up on and talk about and be emphasizing that she was eating dim sum in Kowloon with Gandhi. Our second speaker, Torino, what she did well was with her pacing. So pacing is something that I often forget. Sometimes when I go with an idea, I would just talk, and just keep rambling and rambling. But what Torino did, she learned the art of pacing. This is a kung fu movie. This is a fight scene or an epic movie, an epic dance. So with that kind of pacing, that pauses, that helps us sink it into our mind and kind of illustrate that for us as well. This third speaker, Deepa, she was able to bring in the people that was closest to her, someone that she already knew, her father. She didn't make up who that father figure was. She was just straight up with us. My father actually passed away. And this way, it really helped her in her table topic because she was able to connect directly with the character that she was given as a table topic. She was able to describe the characteristics of her father when her father was alive. And the fourth speaker, Brian, he helped bring humor into a very, very awkward table topic. He was able to joke about it. He was able to laugh about it. He was able to kind of reel in and took it and ran with that table topic. And lastly, Bharat, he showed us the whole story from beginning to end. He interjected the different characters, not just the boss, but the audience, and showed us what storytelling is like in a chronological manner. And what I appreciated from Bharat is how he used the 2 different sides of the screen when he was acting to showcase the character changes between the 2 people in which he was trying to play out. Now, as part of my evaluation, it's also to see how you can do better. So learning from Choi's table topic, what I suggest could have brought your topic more to life is acting it out. I was eating dim sum in Kowloon with Gandhi. Picking it out, pretending you're ordering or calling for the waiter. And that way we would feel more involved, like we are also eating with Gandhi at that table. Now, Torino, usually our videos are on or we're in person when we're doing table topics. So I would suggest turning on your video so that we can see your body movements, engage with you more instead of feeling like it's a podcast. So I would have loved to see you in action while you were giving your table topic. And Deepa, I know you had a really close relationship with your father, and what would have helped me get to know him a little bit better in your speech was to try to use your father's voicing. Maybe change the tone of your voice a little bit. Maybe he talked like this, Deepa, what are you doing today? You know, so that way we can see the character changes and how you interacted with your father back then and on the toilet. And Brian, I've noticed that when you were doing your speech, your arms were kind of crossed like this, or your body was kind of like this. So these are all body languages and postures that do matter. When you cross your arms like this, automatically I feel like you're defensive, and automatically I feel like you don't even want to be heard. So what is very important is using your hands, using the movement that you can to bring us in to your speech. And lastly, Bharat, we all know you have a very, very strong voice. You have a deep, soothing sometimes voice, and sometimes very strong voice to grab our attention. But sometimes it's very, very difficult to differentiate who you're talking about and which characters you're trying to play, because there was no difference in the tone. So my challenge to you, Bharat, is to change the pitch a little bit or go down a little bit deeper if you can. And those are my tips to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alicia. So now OBD, our country's report. So let's go to Charlie.
So that was actually much more fun than I thought it would be. I hope it will improve my listening. Yeah, so my hunt for us and actually more us resulted in the following. Manju, actually an experienced speaker, but I still counted 8 us. So sometimes also quite obvious. So this is something to pay attention to. And then Karuna was so enthusiastic about his story, so he would just rush through it. No, just 1 I counted. Bharat, I counted 3 during your speech and 0 during your table topics. So not bad. And Terrence, yeah, not very surprising, 0. Kin, not surprising, 0. Tariro, not surprising, 0. Deepa during the table topics, 1. So not bad. Oh, Ali. I hit jackpot with Ali. 26. So prolonging words. So I was so beautiful and happy during this. So Ali really oh, yeah, was still
I think next time I should give some money under the table, not to count mine.
yeah, next time, yeah, you can WhatsApp me. But you know, you should be happy. There's something clearly you can work on. And then Cholo, maybe I counted 1. Alicia, 0. And Brian, actually, yeah, maybe I didn't pay attention enough, but 0 until now. So let's see, we'll keep it up. Okay, you can take something under the table. Okay, that was it. Thank you. It was really fun. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Now, so for the next round, it will be the grammarian. Yeah. So, Deepa.
Hi, everybody. I'm back. I'm the grammarian for the day. And today we went on 3 journeys. One with Manju, it was a journey of transformation. And the second was with Karuna, a journey of intermittent fasting. And the third with Bharat, the journey of in the process and challenges of setting up a club. So we've been on 3 journeys. And Manju did not use the word of the day at all. Karunakaran was very smart. He integrated it into the speech itself as a 3C. And no, we did not collaborate on this earlier. But it was just Karuna's genius. And he had told me that he hadn't prepared the speech, so it was a very, what should I say, very spontaneous edition. And Bharat started his speech with using a question, and even me. He used a wrong pronoun once. Instead of saying even me, he should have said even I. But his way of using questions created empathy. And then after that, Terence, of course, was the star of the day for the phrases he used. Embrace the uncomfortable. Narrative journey. He's also been on a journey. Praying to the audience. These are some of the phrases that Terence used. Command the audience. Common cause. Culture of excellence. These are some phrases that he used, which, as Toastmasters, we can all integrate into our speeches. Kin's, of course, his entire table topics was based on a collaborative idea. Very, very ingenious thinking there. And then I think Choi, I'm not sure whether you use the word collaborate, because I was really enjoying listening to your story. Chariro used the word collaborate. Brian used Bharat, and Bharat used the word collaborate, and I used it too. Steve, now to come to Stephen Lau. I'm very intrigued by the term stitch by stitch. Now I must listen to your speech. Evaluator Ali, he said collaboration is the key to success. He was Manju's evaluator. Evaluator Cholo, while praising Karunakaran's 3C usage, he added his own 4th C, consider, very clever. And he also said hook your audience, which is a nice phrase. And I think the last, who used the word chronological manner? I quite like that. I can't remember now. Felicia, yeah, Felicia. Yeah, Felicia used it. And then Choi, I liked listening to your phrase, hit the jackpot, when it comes to ours. So I think that's it for the day from the grammarian. Thank you so much. Now over to Brian.
Thank you, Deepa. Oh yeah, and now let's go back to the timers report. I think I missed it just now. So let me pass it to you, Owen.
Thank you very much. I have just sent the timing for everyone who has spoken today. And everyone qualifies if this was a contest. So congratulations, this is really well done, and including the table topic master as well. I didn't time that, but we were we were doing good on time. Thank you very much. And I have the poll ready if you are ready, Bharat.
Shall we WhatsApp code to Cohen? Just inform Cohen that we WhatsApp him directly.
Yeah, Cohen, people
in the center.
Still send it to you through WhatsApp.
No, we can launch the poll.
So you can launch the poll.
But this is a Zoom poll.
Yes, for the others, in-person people will WhatsApp to you their choices.
All right.
For the online audience, they will do the poll.
Okay, let's go.
Evaluator is not the issue also, no?
Wait, it's not clear. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, he didn't put.
So great. Okay. I will now tabulate those who send me by WhatsApp.
Deepa is to send you the her vote.
Okay, Michael, can you, Raj just told me you have something you want to announce right now.
Please go ahead with the meeting. I need to tabulate the post.
When can you close the poll then? We can see it on the screen.
Okay, Michael, do you want to announce something, Michael? Go ahead. You might want to unmute Michael. There's something you want to announce to us. Michael, do you want to announce something for us, Michael?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So first of all, thank you so much for the Founders Club inviting me to today's meeting, and I'm always very happy to join you guys. And for today, I just want to spend some time to make some announcement about the upcoming elections for the ExCom. I also want to give some encouragement for some of our potential members who wants to be helping in ExCom next year. So first of all is, I think Bara gave a very good speech today about the accomplishment of the club last year. Last year was very, very difficult, but you guys rocked. You guys succeed in this tough year. You compete successfully and organize successfully a speech contest. You invited world-class speaker to do workshop for you guys. I saw new members coming to join and make the club even stronger. I also saw that we have a new distinct DTM coming out from this club. And finally, even the time is difficult, you guys achieved the distinguished club this year. So it worth a round of applause to everybody, and especially to the ExCom who worked tirelessly throughout the whole year to organize all the meetings, all the events, and help the club to grow and thrive in this time. So my call to everybody, it is time for you to join the ExCom of next year. If you're already an ExCom member this year, I encourage you to come back and try a different role. Because a different role, you can learn different things and you can contribute indifferently to the club success. So really encourage existing ExCom members, come to join. And if you're not yet ExCom member and don't think you are young, because joining ExCom is a great opportunity for you to learn. Let me give you an example. In our club in Tongcheng, we have a new VPE who was absolutely new. But in the last year, we saw phenomenal change in that person who organized all our meetings, developed new process to help us to organize our meetings, coach new members. We see there's a big change in that person, and he has already accomplished level 2. He even compete in a speech contest. So don't be shy if you're a first timer or you're young, you're new to the club. Really encourage you to join ExCom because you're joining a winning ExCom. You're gonna grow, you're gonna learn, and being an ExCom member. So really, really encourage everybody to take this chance to join the ExCom next year. Now, I'd just like to share a little bit about some of the procedural information about the election. So the election date is the second meeting of May. That is the 25th. It's a Wednesday of May. So during that day, we're going to elect the new ExCom members. And to do that, we really need a quorum to make the votes being qualified as a valid voting. And the qualification is 50 active members of this club. So I do urge every member, please show up in the 25th of May to vote and to show support to your club and to support the election date. And from now to the 25th of May, if you are interested, please talk to your ExCom members to understand about the role and what you can do and you can contribute. And if you're really interested to be nominated for that election, please send your name and the position you want to participate to me. I'll be happy to carry out all this and help the club to run the election on the 25th of May. So that's all I have. So my conclusion to everybody is, when the opportunity is calling, don't be shy. Grab it and run, and you will not be regretted about it. So now I turn it back to Toastmaster of the day.
Michael. So now we'll go over to the general evaluator report. So let's give a round of applause to Stephen.
Can you hear me? Great. Okay. First, thanks for inviting me to join your club meeting. As a GE, you evaluate everything. So I will just start off with the settings of the website, the agendas and invitation is all done very well. And Barrick had invited me a long time ago and make sure I'll be here. Whatever changes the meeting will encounter. So I'm here. So thanks for Barrick arrangement. And I know for a meeting, for hybrid meeting, it needs the collaborations of every members and the guests and all the technical support. And as always, I found the settings arranged by Barrett in the founders and the Toastmasters is always wonderful. And the sound and everything is fine. So I do have a little bit hiccup in joining, which is my fault because I didn't follow Barrick instructions advice closely. So I log in with a little bit of hiccup, but I'll make sure next time when I join, I know how to join the meeting. But a little suggestion is when the meeting is about to start, you can just send out the Zoom link on WhatsApp or on whatever information you can contact with the other Toastmasters so that easily, if it is a hybrid meeting, they can join immediately. So the Toastmaster tonight, Brian, you lead the meeting very well. Confidence, your voice is clear, and you have great put a very good, great connections in between the speakers. You've done your job very well. And Barek has to start the meeting is always energetics and keep up the atmosphere of the whole, bring up the whole atmosphere of the whole meeting. Now I'll move on to facilitator first. Our counter, Choi Yu. Sorry if I. A very clear. Our counter report on each of the speakers, and we also pick out the art, the kings of arts and arts. And done your job very well. My little suggestion to you is because a hybrid meeting, when you stand in front of camera, you stand a little bit far away. So if you can stand closer, so everybody can see your expressions more clearly. That's the only suggestion to you tonight. And our timer, Cohen, very clear report. Cohen is such a competent Toastmaster, and we can always rely on Cohen in every role you take. So you've done a very good job, Cohen. Thanks a lot. And then grammarian, Deepa. You start with you comment on the journey of each speaker. That's a wonderful start. I mean, you immediately pick out each speaker had their different journey to look for. So that's a wonderful beginning. As a grammarian, you also count who use the collaborations. And I can see you are very good listener to all the good use of words and phrases. And you are also a good educator to give us good advice on how to use good phrases and words, and very encouraging. So you've done a very good job tonight, Deepa. Let's give her a very applause. I know grammarian is not easy to do. I find it very difficult for myself. Now come to the speaker evaluator. The first one is Ali. Ali evaluations on Manju on mentoring. Ali give a very good suggestions to Ali on how to pick a topic on this mentoring speeches, whether it's good or appropriate or make it very interesting. You also point out find something story. Maybe I just put in maybe a personal story. Pick out from your mentoring as a mentor and mentee for Manju to share with everyone, so she can speak less on the general idea of mentoring and coaching. And the placing for Manju is very well and encouraging. So a very comprehensive suggestions to Manju's mentoring speech. My little suggestion to Ali is also on the camera, the direction of the camera. It feels so a little bit distant away. We want to have that closer connection with you. So if you can close up to the camera, maybe lower a little bit of yourself. So we have a very close connections with everyone physically and online. So that's my suggestions. The second speaker evaluator is Kolo on Karuna's fasting. I know fasting, it works. My brothers and some of my family members, they use fasting and they still use fasting tonight. You know, fasting is so interesting. So when Karuna talk about fasting, I'm all ears up. Now, Kolo had talked about the energy and the humor used by Karuna. That's very good. And let me see. He talked about the takeaway of 3 C's and how to use it. That is a very good suggestions of Kolo to Karuna, how to use the 3 C's instead of just saying 3 C's. As soon as you mentioned 3 C's, we forgot. If you told us how to use it well, the audience will have a good takeaway and remember your speech very carefully. So Kolo have given a very balanced and evaluations and good suggestions to Karuna on fasting. And the third speaker evaluator is Muhammad Nuhakin. I'm not sure whether I spelled his name correctly. He left already, but he gave Terence a very appropriate placing, a very good evaluation. First on how Terence plays direct on his Toastmaster journey, become a TDM and the contribution to the club. That is very good. And he particularly picked up the point of Barak, the gesture of his hand holding together. And now, even good suggestions to Barak is so your journey is, for Barak, the journey is is on a stage. It's not, the end of stage is the beginning of the next phase. So Muhammad gives Barak good suggestions on how to bring the club to another higher level. So very good evaluator tonight as well. Now we come to the table topic evaluator, Belicia. Wonderful. She start off with our table topic master, Ken. Wonderful way to start. I'm all ears and waiting how to, I was thinking, what number I'm going to take? Is it the number is repeating? No, all 3 numbers are challenging. It's changing all the time. It's so much fun. If I'm not the GE, I'll just raise my hand and I'll just dive into this table topic challenge. So Felicia had placed Kin's arrangements very well, and I'm sure everybody feels the same as Felicia. It was a wonderful arrangement of a table topic challenge. Now, Felicia is also a wonderful evaluator. It starts off to all the 5 speakers with how they done in various ways: vocal, pacing, gestures, and the speakers talking with fathers, and how about Brian's humors and everything. It started with this, and then it come up, it demonstrates how they speak well in the delivery with gestures and everything. And then it come up with the suggestions to every one of the table topic speaker. Very comprehensive. You take care of every table topic speakers, praise them and give them good suggestions. And even with your wonderful personal demonstration, physical demonstrations of voice and gestures and everything. So every speaker will remember your suggestion and will do very well. Now, my only suggestions to Felicia is your hands gestures is quite a lot. So if you can determine if some of this gesture can be just remove it a little bit, then so we can see more of your face and hear more on the gesture. And I know some of the gestures are definite for moving here and there, these are something. But the hand gestures always like that is a little bit of distraction. Other than this one, it was a wonderful table topic evaluation tonight. So if I miss anyone tonight, one gentleman, talk about the election. I mean, he is such a wonderful on the club business. Wonderful for the gentleman, division, Michael. Yes, sorry, Michael. Wonderful. So I think that's my version tonight. And back to you, Brian and Barrett.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. Now we'll go over to the award and a bit of feedback from everyone. Award time. So
and the results are out. Let's have the drum rolls, please. Are you ready? And 3, and 2, and 1. Congratulations, all the winners in the chat. The best speaker goes to Karuna. Yay! And the best evaluator goes to Cholo. Woohoo! And the best table topic speaker goes to Tariro. Congratulations all.
Right. So now we will go pass over to Joy for the Q&A.
Thank you, Brian, for your handling the first table topic, the first Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much. You have done very well. Give him a round of applause.
Do we also have Ali as the first time evaluator?
Yes, Ali is the first time evaluator.
Yay!
Thank you for all the role takers and the guests from other clubs. Terence, Stephen, Felicia, Michael, and Tariro, and of course my friend Divesh from India has just joined in. I have some announcements to make. The partnership in progress is going to go on. We would be having our next meeting on 4th of May instead of 11th May. We are partnering with Dynamic Toastmasters for a joint virtual meeting. After that, 11th, we will have our XCOM, and 25th would be club elections as announced by Michael. So anyone has anything to say on the club elections, please pass your name to Michael or to our club secretary, Cohen. And with this, thank you once again for everyone for collaborating for this wonderful meeting. So many Toastmasters. I did thank Kin, I think, Kin also, and Terence for last minute role taking. Sorry, Stephen, there was a change on agenda. Hakim was changed to Terence on the last minute, and we both know each other, so we could manage a last minute switch. With this, I bring this meeting to close, and after this meeting, we have a Q&A session with our guest ambassador Choi. If anyone has any questions, we can stay on for 5-10 minutes and discuss with her and give us your roles for next meeting. Thank you so much. The meeting is adjourned.